Hey guys, today we're going to be making some portraits of ourselves. This example is us using complementary colors. On this example, I have purple and yellow and orange and blue. When we look at a color wheel, we can see orange and blue are complementary because they're across from each other. And violet and yellow are complementary because they're across from each other. Another example of a project we're going to be doing, or a different choice of background, is we're going to be making some smush backgrounds. So this was made with all warm colors. When we look at warm colors, there are ones on this side of our color wheel. We have red, orange, and yellow. You're going to be able to choose in between doing red, orange, and yellow, or green, purple, and blue. It's really up to you. So there's our example. Let's go look at the different ways that we want to make our faces. Some do's and some don'ts. With our eyes, we're going to make sure we do the entire eye, but we're not going to do the under part. And we're going to give ourselves 2 to 3 different eyelashes. For our don'ts, we're not going to outline the entire eye, and then do little stick eyelashes. It just really doesn't look right. For our nose, this is a good example. We're only going to do a few lines. For this nose, it doesn't really look the same as this one, but we're not going to really do our drawings like this either. For our eyebrows, we're going to make sure we put a nice arch in them. We do not have stick eyebrows. I know, so sad, but we don't really have them. For our lips, we're going to make sure that we do only the bottom lip, and we're not going to do the top lip, nor are we going to draw our teeth. Okay, so we're going to start with using our portraits. I know that this photo is kind of hard to see, but I'll make sure that we can get it in a way that's easy to see. Using this one, we're going to have to use a whole bunch of different colorful markers, our example, and we're going to be able to color and outline our face. So starting with it, I'm going to start with my glasses. Those are one of the most prominent features on my face, so I want to make sure that I can see it. Let me slide this out so you can kind of see it better a little bit. Okay, when doing this, we're going to make sure that we go around our glasses. So I'm going to use a nice bright color like pink, and I'm going to go on the outside of my glasses. Looking at this, we're going to go like this, all the way around, and there. Okay, when we also do this, we're going to go around our nose. So when I do this, you're going to see me do my little 2 dots. 1, 2, my outer circles, my arch, and my line. We're not going to fill in our entire noses like I showed you previously. For my lips, you're going to see me go here. There's our middle line. And then we're going to do the bottom lip. And I have a freckle, so I'm going to make sure that I color that in. But I'm going to use this nice blue. Color that in, and I have a mold down here. I'll color that in too. So now we're going to do the outer part, or our eyes. Can't forget about our eyes. We're going to go over, and we're going to get that little hoop. Over our little hoop, and we're going to go poop, 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 poop. Our eyelashes. In my photo, I don't have eyebrows. You can't really see them. So we're just going to skip that for now, and we're just going to do the face shape. And then we're going to make sure we get our ears. You can't see my ear over here. And we're going to get our hair. Our hair goes around our face, and then we're going to go this part, goes all the way up, down, and across, and then my neck. And then this side goes and across, and then my neck comes here. Awesome. Okay, so this is this is on the plastic. You can see how I outlined my hair. I added some fun little grooves in there because our hair has multiple strands. And you can see how I did my eyes. I got my freckles in there. I kind of get my clothing because I was wearing this tank top. And I have a necklace, which I might use a different color to get that. Got a pretty green, so might as well use that. Gotta get our necklaces, just kind of getting all of our details on our face and our body that we can see in the photo. So over here's an example of what we would do if we have eyebrows. Like I said, in mine, you can't really see mine, so I thought I might as well make sure that you guys can see yours. Remember that when we do our eyebrows, we have an arch, so we go around that arch, and then we do our eye, we go here, just a reminder, and then we do our nose, we go here and here, we got our little hoops, our upper line, and our long nose, our lips, Looks like she has a mole, so we'll add a little mole there. We want to make sure that we follow our face as much as possible. Now we're going to start talking about our background. Okay, so we're going to start with our first background. Our first background is going to be flowers. On my paint palette, I have two complementary color combinations. I have red and green, and then I have blue and orange. So to make this flower, we're first going to start with our Ziploc bag. We're going to blow it up so it can become a little pillow, and then we're going to smush it into our paint. So when we do this, we're going to have our paint in a little pile. We're going to take it, we're going to smush. I mean, look at that. This entire thing is covered. It looks really weird right now, but once we go to smush it, oh, try again. We're going to get some fun little texture with that. Okay, so after we did that smushing, we're gonna go take our Ziploc bags, go clean them off in the sink so that we can use them for our next color. Our next color is, for me, is going to be orange and blue. So I'm going to blow my bag up again. So it's a nice little pillow of air. As you can see, we're gonna grab it, we're gonna pick this color combination. We're gonna go there, and we're gonna have to go in different spots around. Doop, doop, doop. Orange kind of disappeared. We're just gonna go in little different spots. Oh, you can see that little texture right up there. Looks like a flower. And our little different areas. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna do our smushed background. For this one, we're gonna have to pick either a warm palette or a cool palette. On my example, did a warm palette. I used red, orange, and yellow. For this example, I'm gonna show you guys doing a cool palette. So for this one, we're gonna start with our colors. I'm deciding to start with green because that's the closest to the warmish colors, and it's kind of the color I enjoy. And we're gonna try to go around and cover our paper. And then we're gonna pick our next color, which for me, I'm gonna do blue because, as we remember, blue mixed with a complementary color next to it is going to mix way better than if I mixed green and purple. Those would make brown. So now I'm gonna get blue. I'm gonna get that right there. And then I'm gonna give some purple, and we're gonna put purple on this outside. And then what we're gonna do is, since this is smushed art, we're gonna smush them together. So what we're gonna have to do is take an extra paper. Thank goodness this paper says extra paper. And we're just gonna put it right on top and smush it down. We're gonna make sure to move our hands around so we can get all that paper kind of smushed through. When we look at it, we can kind of see the outline of our paint and where it's laying at the moment. We're just gonna try to get all of that smushed around all over the paper. So when we get it kind of smushed all together, looking how we like it to look, we're gonna take them and we're gonna peel them apart. Look at these pretty cool little shapes looking around. We can even take our paper, flip it upside down, put it back together, give it some more smushing. We really want those colors to blend. Since we are using our cool colors, we're not really using any warm colors in there. They should mix pretty well without making any big messes or making browns or any weird looking colors. So there's our example for this guy. Okay, so this is my example of our little roses. So on here, I really do want them to look like roses. So I'm gonna use some of my markers that I have sitting to the side, and we're gonna give it a little bit of pizzazz. So I'm gonna come through here. I want my roses to have some flowers. So I'm gonna give it some flowers, kind of things. Really, whatever really works. But I wanna keep within a certain color. If we go too crazy, it's just gonna kind of overwhelm it, and it's just gonna look a little weird. So maybe we have some little orbs. I'm gonna use some color pencils. I'm gonna pick one color palette for the color pencils. For mine, I chose some cool colors. I have green, blue, and purple. And then I might just kind of go through here. I know that on my inspo photo, I had me, my physical body was right here. So I'm gonna color over here. Kind of cover where my face is gonna go. Maybe hit some green in there. Get some purple. And then when I'm done with it, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I added some more to it. I added some more flowers in here, and then I went through and I took a color that really complemented my colors, my complementary colors. So on my purple and yellow, I used a purplish pink. On my orange and blue, I used a little green, colors that really just brought it together. And then here's our photo from our original thing. We're gonna pull our photo out, put that to the side. Now we're stuck with this. This is our face that we drew, and we're gonna put our pictures in it. This first one is our flowers. And together with the entire thing, we're gonna see that our face is now surrounded by these flowers made with our complementary colors. And we have our shading over here, we have these flowers here, and we really have that entire look. And then we also have our smush painting. We're gonna put that in. And everyone's is gonna be different. We all have different faces, we're all using different colors. We might be using the same palette, but when we smush colors together, they all come out looking different. So on this one, see my face a little bit. I chose this side that had this like teal turquoise color up here so that I could easily see my face better than if I had the darker colors there with the black outline. Might be a little harder to see, but even here, if I really wanted to add more colors, say I didn't think my glasses were dark enough, I can use another marker to kind of go through, re-add in those details. We don't want to do our don't side of our do's and our don'ts. But when we are done, we're gonna have these really pretty cool portraits of ourselves. We're gonna make sure that on the back, where we can see it, we're gonna put our name. So, Miss Stana. And then we're gonna hang these up in the hallways. Thank you guys for coming and listening to my video.